In a world where Goliaths of cinema such as the MCU and DC have been throwing billions upon billions of dollars into developing their projects, the gaming industry have come out of nowhere to enter the race of who can spend the big bucks. Today on the Game Mag, we are going to be looking at the top 5 most expensive games that have ever been produced. Number 5. Cyberpunk 2077. At number 5, we have the newly launched Cyberpunk 2077 with a whopping $121 million in development costs. This crazy first-person perspective game that is available on all platforms revolves around a no-BS ninja blade possessing mercenary who goes by the name of V. It's easy to see where all the money went since this game features skyscrapers looking more realistic than Hong Kong, maps and locations that resemble Blade Runner 2049, and a CGI Keanu Reeves who somehow showcases more emotion than the original one. This game has a little bit of everything for all kinds of gamers: Wolverine-esque fight scenes for people who love gory battles, large and dynamic maps for people who love adventure and travel, and of course, an abundance of nudity and prostitution for those who, well, like nudity and prostitution. CD Projekt Red ended up making a more than sensible investment with Cyberpunk 2077 since it recorded the biggest game launch of all time with a mammoth 13 million copies sold worldwide within the first week of release. Despite the few bugs and glitches, CD Projekt Red delivered gamers with a masterpiece. Number 4. GTA 5. $137 million. With a development budget of around $137 million, every non-gamer's favorite game comes in at number 4 on our list. This time with a colossal cost, the 5th rendition of Grand Theft Auto focuses on the story of 3 men who we deem as absolutely ruthless, cold, and heartless, but happily used to blow shit up with nonetheless. This time though, the shit being blown up isn't like your normal action-adventure first-person game. We get a highly addictive map of the fictional state of San Andreas, which involves some of the best set pieces in the franchise's history. Aerial heists, drug trips, and invading military bases are some of the very few skill sets that Trevor, Michael, and Franklin possess. This latest installment was insanely profitable, making over $800 million worth of revenue within 24 hours. The stylish dialogue, music score, and chucking old women out of their Ford Fiestas are just some of the moments that make this game so highly addictive. It's safe to say that whenever Rockstar bestows us with the next GTA, expect another over-the-top and absolute mental blockbuster. Number 3. Star Wars: The Old Republic. With a franchise as big as the MCU having racked up over $10 billion in box office revenues, this legendary series entered the gaming realm to break all sorts of records after investing a cool $200 million into the game. Star Wars: The Old Republic became the world's largest online multiplayer game after recording over 1 million subscribers within the first 3 days of release. With the number of Star Wars movie spin-offs mutating at an unprecedented rate, the franchise decided to cram the game with 8 whole storylines, each with a 3-act structure since there's only so much Lucasfilm can handle. The budget was very smartly used, with all the different quests and cities being oh so eloquently detailed with their countless soldiers and doctors and extras. Splattered with elements of politics, betrayal as one of the occasional big boy battles, this game truly delivers on a grand scale that would make any 70s kid happy. The game proves that it's more than a big budget CGI fight fest by focusing on a creative storyline with a well-built narrative. Number 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. At number 2, we have the fan-favorite Red Dead Redemption 2 with an estimated development cost between $170 to $240 million. This game has been renowned as one of the best in the action and adventure genre, and it's clear that Rockstar spared no expense during its development. With one of the longest story lengths and the large-scale world creation, fans embraced endless amounts of drama and action while playing the second installment of the franchise. As much as the graphics and storyline which followed Arthur Morgan were the central attraction that justifies the millions spent in production, my personal favorite moments included jumping off cliffs while on horseback, terrorizing the village idiots with fully loaded ammo, and being nearly eaten to death Leo D style like in The Revenant. This game may single-handedly be my favorite when it comes to story and realism. Besides all the action and adventure, the central theme revolved around the dying of the Western days and exploring a time in history when capitalism was starting to prevail. This emotional and gripping story will catch you off guard with all sorts of emotions. Number 1. Star Citizen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, landing right at number 1 on this list for the most expensive games is Star Citizen with a whopping $277 million. This to-be-launched MMO game has landed right on top of our list, but unfortunately not on any gaming platforms. After an initial release that was planned in 2016, fans consider this game to be more of a myth than anything. With all of the development costs having been acquired through crowdfunding, fans are growing impatient by the minute, and it's been a lot of minutes. It's quite easy to say where the money has gone since Cloud Imperium plans to create a world with never-ending planets and galaxies. Befitting the bill of the most expensive game comes with an inclusion of a star-studded cast. The likes of Mark Hamill, Gary Oldman, and Gillian Anderson have all jumped aboard the ship that refuses to sail away. Is this game a big screw you to all the gamers who invested millions to see it come true, or will we be lucky enough to see Star Citizen come to life before GTA 6? There you have it, gamers. These were the 5 most expensive games ever created. Some of them have lived up to the legendary status so long after their release, and some are taking so long to make that they're starting to be considered as an urban legend. Star Citizen! Tell us, which one of these games do you think were worth the money? Comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Game Mag.